Welcome to Jaztime. Jaztime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you like this watch and would like to purchase it at the lowest price anywhere online, click on the link in the description below to buy it at Jaztime.com. Today, I'll be reviewing the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41 reference 134300 with a pistachio green dial, a new release as of 2025. And I'll tell you a little bit about the history of this Oyster Perpetual. Then I'll tell you about the case bezel dial bracelet movement. All the meanwhile, tell you the differences between the new and the old version and why you should go with the new version. So let's start with the history. Now, the Oyster Perpetual has been around for a super long time. I want to go back to ancient history, which would be more than like 50 years ago. The Oyster Perpetual basically is like a Datejust, except it's the entry model of Rolex, and it does not have anything else except for time. Time only, 3 hands. Hour, minute, seconds, no date. If it had a date, it would be a Datejust. So for those who want an entry into the brand, the Oyster Perpetual would be the perfect place to start. Now, as of 2020, Rolex really did a major update to the Oyster Perpetuals. They changed the bracelet, made it a new comfort extension bracelet. They redesigned all the colors, made a bunch of funky colors, and even managed to make their Oyster Perpetuals sell above retail, which is quite a feat. Their most basic model selling above retail. It's incredible, actually. So as of 2020, Rolex had the reference 124300, and 5 years later in 2025, Rolex released the second version, which is 134300, which is what you're looking at here. Okay, and they came up with a bunch of new colors. In the size 41, they came up with a pistachio green, a sandy beige, a lavender, and just other basic colors. And so there's a bunch of little differences, which I'll go through with you. So that is a little bit about the history. And where this watch stands in the lineup, well, the Oyster Perpetual 41 is the largest for men. They also make it in size. They used to make it in 39. They don't do that anymore. But they also make it in size 36 for men. And for women, they make it 34, 31, and I think also 28. So there you have it. A bunch of different sizes for a bunch of different wrist sizes. Okay. Okay, now let's go ahead. Actually, I don't know if they're making 28. I have to double check that. Okay, anyways, for men, they're making it size 31 and 36 and 41. And you're looking at the large one, 41 right here. And pistachio is the hottest color of them all, as you can see. All right, now let's start talking about the watch. And I told you at the beginning, I will tell you about the differences. So the case. Now, I could just say, is 41 millimeter end of story. No, it is 41 millimeter, but what is different now is I don't have a old reference to show you in comparison, but you can also go to our website, Jaztime.com, and look at the differences. But suffice to say that the case is a little bit slimmer. They slimmed down the lugs with a sharper angle. And before the lugs are the thing that connects the bracelet to the watch. The little 4 corners that connects it, that was a little bit thicker before. And just like the old Datejust, on the old Datejust reference 116, they had fatter lugs, and then when they changed it to the smaller lugs, it was reference 126. And they did the same thing here. The older Oyster Perpetual had fatter lugs, and now you have thinner lugs. And it looks, in my opinion, more streamlined, a little bit sleeker. It fits under the cuff better. It just looks more modern, if you ask me. That's the first thing. Okay, and that is the case. And it's very thin because this watch doesn't have a date. So I think it's around 11 millimeters. A very thin, sleek, good-looking watch. Let's look at the bezel. The bezel is unchanged. It's a dome bezel. You can't get the Oyster Perpetual on anything else except dome bezel. They don't offer fluted, and that's because it's an entry level. Fluted has a white gold on it, and this is all steel. So therefore, it is their entry line. So that is also unchanged. And now let's look at the. Since we're looking at the case, I should also mention that interestingly, Rolex changed the crown. The crown normally is a little bit smaller on the previous version, and they beefed it up. It's still a twin lock, but it's a little bit beefier, a little bit bigger. And why is that? Well, it makes the watch a little bit easier to set the time. When the crown is too small, it's kind of hard to maneuver. So they make it a little bit bigger, which adds to the proportion, makes it look a little bit sportier with this crown that is bigger. So that is also a benefit, and it's easier to use. So that's also a benefit. Okay, now let's look at the dial. Now this is the best dial. Well, it's a dial that sells most above retail. It's pistachio green. It's basically green. Now I could just say, well, it's green and a story, but what I will say is that there is no other Rolex that uses this color. So they are using special colors on their base models and it to great effect because no other dial uses this finish. But not only is it in green, but almost all Rolexes use a sunburst finish to it. Very few, I think none of them actually, if I'm not mistaken, maybe something has it, but it has a matte finish, M-A-T-T-E. A matte finish is a finish that is not shiny, it's dull. And that can be a good thing because not everybody wants to have a shiny watch. And that goes along with the rest of the watch when I talk about the bracelet as such. But the dial is notable for two things. It's still lacquered. Lacquered means it's painted. It's not enameled, which Rolex doesn't do anyways, which is a more difficult, more expensive, more tedious, and more luxurious way to make a dial. But they don't do that. Brands such as Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet, they do that. But at any rate, they lacquer the dial, which is paint, nothing wrong with that. But they finish it with a different kind of finish, which is a matte finish, okay? And they do that with their sandy beige as well as their lavender, make very nice colors, very beautiful colors. All right, that is this dial. Let's move on to the bracelet. Now, the bracelet also is a little bit unchanged. However, the crown appears slightly larger, and the bracelet is still having the comfort extension, which is a great thing because on the previous generation they had a 114 300 and that did not have any comfort extension, so you could not change the bracelet without tools. Here you can change the bracelet without tools. On the previous generation you could also do that. It has a complete satin finish, which is a great thing because this watch is not scratch proof, but the scratches show up not very big on it, okay? Which is also a very nice way to do it. I guess I should have said this. I not just looking at the dial, I remember something about it, which is the dial. It's actually a brass plate, by the way. A brass plate. You would think that they would use something else, but I don't know why they use a brass plate. Okay, so brass is kind of goldish cut, right? And then they put some kind of layer of lacquer, 6 layers actually, as they say, to form some kind of uniform surface. Then they polish it out so that it can get brilliant and has the right color to it. And then they add this pad to print on there so that you can print the words and add the hour markers. And then this is what you're left with. Okay, anyways. So, and let's talk about the movement. The movement also is unchanged. It's a 3230 movement, unchanged from before. There's nothing wrong with that movement. It was redesigned, I think, probably around 2020. So, not much reason to change it. Okay, anyways, that is it. So, yeah, actually, I would have to take it back. On the crown of the bracelet, it is not bigger, it's the same. The crown of the actual watch, which is the thing that turns the watch, which changes the time, that part is bigger. So I'm sorry about that. I'm reading off my notes here, right? So, but I'm also correcting it. But anyways, okay, time to try this watch on and tell you my thoughts. Now, I'm 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. I have a 7.5 inch wrist. And as you can see, 41 millimeters, perfect, 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 perfect. I love 41 for men. Anyone with a wrist size of 41, 7 inches or larger can definitely wear a 41. It's a great size. And this pistachio is just a great color. It's a good summer color. It can go with, pretty much everything. Well, I can't say it can go with everything. It goes with light colored clothing, I would say. And it's just a very unique color. I mean, who does pistachio? I leave it up to Rolex to come up with these cool colors, these pastel colors. So there you have it. Now, look, if you want to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, of course, the watch is selling above retail. As of 2025, when it first came out, is selling close to $20,000. Now, who knows what it's going to do? It might be the new turquoise. The turquoise was the in color for a very long time. This one probably is going to replace it. And the turquoise has always been selling around 20,000. So I'm not surprised that the pistachio is. Now, of course, the retail is much lower, but it's nearly impossible to get this watch at the authorized dealer without some kind of massive spend history. So look, if you want to buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online, just simply click on the link in the description, go to buy it at jaztime.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jaztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in Jaztime plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.